Savannah.
I'm Casey.
And we're building Gather Homestead right now. And we're gonna take you on a tour of our chicken coop. It's back here. How long did this take us?
Oh gosh, so it's April. We started building it in November. I mean, it wasn't all active, but it just
took a long time.
Took a long time.
Through the winter.
Now, that's not to discourage you. It really could only take not that long, but it's just, we acquired materials over time, and
and then it was cold and it rainy, and we didn't want to do it, and anyway.
So on and so.
It is basically complete now. So Casey is gonna start a little tour for you, and we're just gonna show you all the little details and things that we did.
Okay, first of all, this is our guard dog, farm dog, Hazel. She's very useful on the farm. I like to make her think she is. Anyway, so we have, this is like obvious, well, really this is the side, I consider the side of the coop. Savannah used a jigsaw to cut the moon shape out. We kind of always knew we wanted to have a moon shape cut out of our chicken coop when we designed it. The color is Pink Ground by Farrow and Ball, and I'll link below to that information. We also below here just did a little garden bed, kind of for a variety of reasons. We thought we would want it for like to be beneficial to the chickens, but really they just peck at it and ruin it, so they don't have access to it now. But we just have a variety of things in there, like lavender and mint, different lettuces and kale. Nothing too exciting. We haven't like harvested anything out of there. It's now just kind of for looks. Let's move to the side. All right, so this is where we get access into the chicken coop. We have someone, I think, laying in there. We just have a 2x4 here as a roost. We have a piece of wood here, but they have never roosted on that. We can't figure out why they will roost on this. Their laying boxes are here, and there is a chicken in there currently. And then this is just pine shavings down here. It's super easy to clean out. It literally takes me less than 5 minutes. So I just pull our big cart down here, and then I have just a broom, and I just sweep it in there because we laid it down with vinyl tiles, which are like super cheap. So it's super slick. And then once a month, we sprinkle lime on it because that just helps keep the smell and insects out. And then I'll put a thin layer down, and then I'll add to that more pine shavings, and then eventually, like every week or every couple of weeks, when it gets really dirty, I'll clean it all out.
All right, really?
The reason we made this door so big was, and basically made it this high, was to clean it out easily. We had a chicken coop before that was like a converted shed, and it was a nightmare to clean out. So basically everything we did, there's a chicken like losing her mind right now. I think she wants to lay an egg. Anyway.
We're interrupting.
Yeah. Everything we designed, Savannah designed, was to make it easy for us to clean, or just to make operating the chicken coop easy. And this is the side, this is the egg door. So just open it up, and this is where the laying boxes are. And I'll just go in here and check for eggs. We have these fake wooden eggs in here in both boxes, because when we got our first eggs, they were everywhere. They were like in the run, in the coop, and we just read that was the easiest way to encourage them to lay in the boxes. And really, once we did that, they really did start laying in there. There's also a vent over here. We'll show you where all the vents are and everything. The crescent moon is also a vent. Will eventually be covered with a window for the winter time to keep it warm. And then in these bins, we have pine shavings in here. They're food is in here, and then I have diatomaceous earth in here, which they're supposed to roll around in and be happy, but they hate it and don't do anything with it, so I just use it for the garden now. This is our run. This is the door, you know, it's just flat. It's completely predator proof. There's chicken wire is on the bottom, and that way, so if anything tried to dig under the chicken coop, they wouldn't be able to go up, because there's a lot of things that will eat their food. We were actually having a problem with that before it was completely predator proof. There's also chicken wire on the top. We discovered quickly that birds were coming into their space, birds and squirrels, because when we first put it on, it wasn't completely secure. There was a couple of holes, and then I would wake up in the morning and there would be birds and squirrels like flying around in here. We covered those holes up, and so now it's completely, you know, predator proof. What we also have in here is Savannah made them a swing, which I wish I could say that they got on it, but they don't really. They do get on this little ladder teepee thing that she made, and then we just have their water hanging up in there, and their food, just so it'll stay dry, it stays under their house. That is also all screened in. Pardon me, ladies, coming into your home. So on the ground, you know, there's the chicken wire, then we put wood chips down, and we also have straw on top of that. Okay, I'm pecking at my toes.
Ursula likes pecking on the toes.
And so we just add straw as needed as it breaks down. Here is their door. We don't ever really close it. You would close that if you didn't have a completely predator-proof run. We keep it open. Under the coop is actually a great place to put their food, because we don't have to worry about moving, like it getting wet from the rain. It also gives them more room, and like when it's raining, they will just go under there, or they'll go in their coop. And then we also have this vent here, so we have 3 vents. Just to provide proper circulation. And oh, I don't think you can see it, but there's a xylophone down here, because we read that they'll play with that. I think we might move it because they don't, and all I want is to see them ding 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 with their beaks, but so far they haven't tried to do that. We have this very temporary structure just to give them more. We were letting them free range, but they get into all the gardens, and right now we're not in a place to fence off the garden, so we have these cattle panels that we just created this makeshift little space for them. They've already eaten all the grass. There's hardly any vegetation in here. So eventually we're going to create like a more movable thing where we can move them around the yard. So this is just what we have for now, but they love to go out here, and they get really mad when they can't get out here. So this is their extended run. Yeah, and like there's all this wood from work we're working on building things, and we need to clean it up, but they don't seem to mind. It's like a playground to them. They get on these buckets that are broken and ruined, so it looks like a giant trash can, but
they love it.
They love it.
I also wanted to mention that our water is hanging. As you can see, our food was on the ground, and we eventually are going to put in some automatic feeders, but that's what we have right now. But we had to put the water up, like hang it from the top of the run because, you know, they just got the hay in the water all the time, which it's meant to hang. We just hadn't done it yet, but it's great when it's hung. We're also planning on putting a rainwater system in so they have automatic water, and we have all the supplies for that. We just haven't done it yet. And
got free rain barrels off of Craigslist, guys. That's one thing we didn't talk about, was the core of this whole coop was built completely for free. Yeah. The only thing we paid money for were the outside pieces that are painted, but like all of the structure and of the actual coop was all stuff we got from friends that had left, like that didn't need wood, or from Craigslist. It's kind of why it took us forever. We spent a lot of time acquiring
free materials. Yeah. We ended up having to buy the wood just for the outside, but other than that, everything was like scrap stuff that we picked up, which is a great way to build your coop.
Because honestly, it would have kind of been expensive if we would have bought all the wood brand new. This wood is just fence panels. It's
fence pickets.
Fence pickets, that's what it is. We just didn't like the color, so we painted it.
Yeah.
But that's not necessary. But it's like
it's
really cheap wood. The fence pickets
they're like $1.80 or something like that a piece.
Yeah,
so
it's crazy.
It was the most affordable way we could go, and we always had planned on painting it. We always wanted it to be pink. We didn't know what pink, but we figured that out obviously. So the fact that there's like it's ugly yellow wood, we were like, it's fine, we're gonna paint it.
Right.
So it was perfect for us.
And then the metal, the roof is metal. Forgot to say that. It's like corrugated metal that we just happened to be at the flea market, and this person had these like 3 sheets of corrugated metal.
Yeah, I think it was like $5 a piece or something.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
So there's just all kinds of ways to get really inexpensive materials.
So if you're going to build your coop, you know, if you can just buy all the stuff outright and you want to do that, that's great. If you want to do it for really cheap, it takes a lot longer to accumulate all the materials, but it is possible. So, yeah. Even the chicken wire you can get on Craigslist.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks.
Hope you enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, come back for more. Bye guys.
Bye.